Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to Nest of Guidance. I am Robin, and this is your Capricorn Full Moon reading, which takes place on July 10th or 11th, depending on where you live in this beautiful world of ours. And this reading that I'm going to be channeling for you will actually span not just the days on and around the full moon on July 10th and 11th, but it will also span the 2 weeks leading up to the Leo new moon on July 24th. So even if you see this reading or are watching it after the fullness of the moon on July 10th and 11th, it will still hold important information for you to help you through the following 2 weeks and prepare you for the Leo new moon on the 24th as well. This is going to be a little bit of a longer form video, so go ahead and check the timestamps in the description to choose your own adventure. I'm going to share some channeled messages for us. I'm going to tap into some oracle cards, and then I'm going to do a tarot reading, as well as at the very end show us some 111 new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings. I'm hearing already. Show us some angel number messages that come through with the mathematics of the numbers on the tarot cards from the reading. So let's dive into it. I received a whole bunch of insights for this Capricorn full moon starting back around mid last week. I want to say they all started kind of just pouring through and into me, and the first one that I kept on hearing was to clean your floors and check your foundations. Now, for some of us, this could be as simple and as basic real world, physical world as clean your floors, clean your house, do some cleaning in your physical space. But to clean your floors is not just a physical thing, and to check your foundations isn't just a physical thing either, because the energy that you make space for is what will come through for you. So know that with this Capricorn full moon, there is a huge emphasis I'm hearing from Spirit right now to check your foundations and clean them off as well. And that, again, isn't just your physical home that you're living in, but it is also your mental foundations, your spiritual foundations, and your emotional foundations. Now, one way to kind of combine all these energies together in the physical realm, which Capricorn is very connected to in a highly aligned way, is to clean. And I'm thinking of my mother right now, who might be watching this, so hi Mom, I love you. Whenever she goes away, she will vacuum and wash the floors. Even if it's for a weekend, she'll vacuum and wash the floors, because she knows that she wants to come home to a clean house afterwards. When she's returning home, she doesn't want to come home to a mess. She wants to come home to a clean, peaceful, serene environment. So that might be a message for some of you. I know I do this as well on a more grand scale and on an energetic scale when I feel a huge shift happening for me energetically in my life, or even in alignment with the new moons and the full moons on the calendar month. I will clean to release with the full moon and to make space and newness with the new moon. So that might be a ritual for some of us, if this resonates for you to connect to get into the rhythm of tidiness or cleanliness or groundedness by syncing that physical practice into the timing of the new moon and the full moons. And with that, I'm hearing, hop right into this other channel that I channeled message that I received only today, which is funny because I was out for a walk and I was like, the full moon is tomorrow and I haven't filmed it yet. And, is it too late? Is it too late? It's so close. And then this download came through and I was like, no, it wasn't too late. It's never too late. Everything is always perfectly divinely timed. So if I had posted this, you wouldn't be receiving this message. And this came through specifically for this energy of routines into rituals. And it's a very, very simple shift that we can make physically to make our physical rituals in our life. And I'm seeing 444 on the timer as I'm saying this right now. So groundedness, knowing that you're protected and surrounded by angels as you make this shift. But you turn a simple routine like cleaning your floors, cleaning your bathroom, keeping your house tidy into a ritual by adding intention to it. I am hoping that when you are doing physical things like cleaning or setting your foundations, that you are doing so with attention and focus already. Otherwise, you might not be too keen on the results afterwards, I'm hearing. So make sure you are doing these things with attention and focus. And then when you add intention to it, what is your intention for cleaning your house? What is your intention for checking your foundations? It becomes a ritual. And it is that simple. When you add intention into what you're doing in your physical life, it becomes a ritual, and rituals are spiritual. And the magic is mundane and the physical is energetic. So this is why it is all cohesive and collaborative, to be cleaning your house and checking your foundations and adding in that little extra spice I'm hearing of intention to make those routines that could seem very mundane or monotonous or tedious into rituals. And with that comes through the next channeled message that I heard, which is checking your personal foundations, because your personal foundation within your life, not necessarily your home, although if you work from your home space or are very connected to your home space, it can be very connected for you, so that may resonate for you, is this energy of your personal foundation is the foundation for everything else in your life, which is why checking it right now with the Capricorn Full Moon is so important, because the foundation which you give yourself, which you lay for yourself, the time that you take for that personal foundation is what everything else in your life is built upon. The foundation you have for yourself personally is the foundation for your health, is the foundation for your relationships, is the foundation for your passions and your inspirations and your careers. It is all resting, I'm hearing, on your personal foundation, so it is extremely important to tend to your personal foundation physically, whether that's through health, through cleaning, through ritual and routine, mentally, through allowing your mind to be open and taking in new skills, new knowledge, wow, tongue twister, and new resources, new studies, emotionally through opening your heart, expressing your truth, connecting in love and light with others and to yourself within, and spiritually with meditation or whatever spiritual practices really resonate with you and make you feel grounded and rooted in your core. These are all things that are integral to your personal foundation's structure, balance, and level that everything else in your life is resting and growing upon. I'm fairly certain that is all the channeled messages that came through. Oh, sorry. Spirit's like, no, it's not. There's one more story time that I need to share before I go into the oracle card portion of this reading, which is a children's story from back, I think, when I was like 6 or 7 years old. Kept on popping up in my head for the Capricorn Full Moon. And I wasn't entirely sure why Spirit was giving me this story until I pulled the oracle cards for today. And I was like, oh, that's why. And some of us, I might be dating myself, but some of us may remember the very, very, very old children's tale of the 3 billy goats gruff, which is a children's story of 3 originally brothers, but I'm just going to say siblings because we're inclusive of everyone here in this community that I am cultivating through Nest of Guidance. So 3 sibling billy goats had eaten all the grass in the pasture that they were currently residing in, and they saw across this bridge this beautiful, lush, green pasture of grass just waiting to be munched. But to cross this bridge, they had to get past this troll, and the troll screams and flails and is very angry and aggressive and claims he will eat any billy goat that crosses his bridge. And so this didn't faze any of these 3 sibling billy goats. First, the youngest billy goat faced off against this troll and was very clever and grounded in his response and her response by saying, "You don't want me, I'm the tiniest, I'm the youngest, wait for my older siblings." They're much more bigger, they have more meat on their bones. And then the troll was like, oh, okay. and let him go. And so the youngest was able to pass by. The middle billy goat sibling did the same thing. I might be bigger than the smaller one, but I'm also not the biggest one. So you should wait for my oldest sibling, billy goat, because then you'll have the most to eat. It's the biggest one, the most meat on its bones. And so this troll was like, oh, okay, and let the middle sibling, billy goat, go by as well. And then finally, the oldest, the biggest, the toughest, the wisest, the smartest of the 3 sibling billy goats came up to the bridge, and the troll's like, I'm gonna eat you. And the billy goat's like, no, you're not. I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna push you into the river because you're just a big bully who doesn't know anything, and I'm gonna go join my 2 younger siblings and eat some delicious grass. And that is exactly what happened. The oldest, wisest, most grounded, most aware, I'm hearing, of the 3 billy goat siblings battled this troll that had been threatening them and threatening other billy goats as well, and fought him, won, pushed him off the bridge entirely into the river, and he just kind of floated away down the river, and then the bridge was open for him to pass through and join his family, but also for any other billy goat to pass through in the bigger picture of things and join them as well, because there's a huge pasture of grass waiting for all who can cross the bridge. And this is a message for us, I'm hearing. Spirit's like, say that last part again, please. So there's a huge pasture of fresh green grass waiting for us on the other side of this Capricorn full moon as soon as we cross the bridge. And you are all the strongest, toughest, smartest, most grounded, most aware billy goats if you're watching this video. So you can know that you can fight that troll, push him off the bridge, and then just hop along and eat all that delicious grass. That is the message coming through with that. And it does tie into the oracle cards. So I'm going to now shift gears and start by pulling us a self-care card to 1, 2, 2, 2 on my timer. Keep moving forward, across that bridge, eat that delicious grass, to see what self-care is most going to support all of us during this Capricorn full moon and the 2 weeks following it. All right, what self-care for my lovely friends watching this video is most aligned with the Capricorn full moon? I'm just going to go with this one right here, and we have move, literally move across the path, move to the green pastures, get outside, be grounded, go in nature, hug a tree, touch grass. If you know me, if you follow me on Instagram, I've been in nature a lot. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's just nestofguidance, just like my YouTube channel, and I always have my handle for Instagram linked down below. This says, a long walk is good for the soul. Get outside and allow Mother Nature to lift your spirits. So nature is so healing, so grounding, and so clearing. As soon as I get out onto the trails that I always walk on, I'm instantly just in a better space mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually than I would have been not for going. Even today, the lighting might be a little bit more moody because it's gray. It's been raining the last couple of days here, and I still went out for a walk because rain is also cleansing and part of Mother Nature. So get outside, move your bones, move your legs, move your arms, connect to nature, feel its presence, let your physical body, your skin, your bare skin, touch nature, because that's how you earth, that's how you ground, that's how you balance your energy as within, so without, through the act of nature and moving within it. So this self-care of movement in nature is really going to be supportive for us this full moon, July 10th and 11th, and also the following 2 weeks leading up to the new moon on the 24th. The other oracle cards we have here are the oracle card of Capricorn, which is 10, which is the number of new beginnings and endings wrapped into one simultaneous energy, with the message of achieve. And did these 3 billy goats in the story I just shared with you, if you have been watching from the beginning, not achieve their desires to eat the delicious green grass? I think so. And I'm hearing Capricorn will always achieve. And when Capricorn doesn't achieve, it's because they're letting their mind or their past block them from achieving. But look at you move forward into achievement with this self-care. And this Capricorn energy is so devoted, so motivated, so forward moving that it really just like headbutts anything out of its way. And we have that Capricorn energy coming through for us loud and clear with this full moon in Capricorn, letting you know that this cycle that is ending, this energy that is coming to completion with this Capricorn full moon is allowing you to achieve, and potentially the only thing stopping you from achieving is your perception on if you're able to achieve or not. So Capricorn is also connected to the tarot card that is the devil. And I like to say with people, especially my Capricorns, because one of my nearest and dearest friends is also a Capricorn who I've known since the early days of elementary school, that the devil card does not mean you're evil. It does not mean that you're toxic. It does not mean that you're this dark being, or that anyone else you know that is Capricorn is a dark being. The devil that the devil that the devil card speaks of is the devil on your shoulder, the devil in your head, right? Your ego, your limiting beliefs, your limiting perceptions, how you chain yourself to the past with your perception. So use this Capricorn full moon to shift your perceptions that you're locked into, so that you can move through this ending and beginning 10 and achieve what you wish for your life. Because the endings that come through with full moons aren't just releasing old things, it's also releasing ideas, releasing projects, right? I will say this every full moon reading, that the release of the full moon is also about releasing 1717, releasing projects, releasing art, releasing stuck energy outward. If there's an idea that has been in your head for a little while that you've just been like, it's been like poking at you, but you haven't done anything with it yet, this might be the time to release it with the Capricorn full moon so it can be achieved. Now we have these other two Capricorn full moon cards, which says that it is time for a reality check with this Capricorn full moon. And this really makes me tune into the perception card of this the Star Codes Astro deck here, and also the story of the Billy Goats, because with the energy of perception and a reality check, sometimes a reality check isn't like you're dreaming, get back to reality, da 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 da. Sometimes it's like, have you been too hard on yourself? Have you been making molehills into mountains? Have you been locking yourself in a past closet as opposed to moving forward and onwards to your dreams? So this reality check that's coming through for us with the Capricorn full moon isn't necessarily like wake up and come back to reality and get to work. It might be for some of us, but it is also like your head has been potentially not being your best friend lately. And the reality check that's coming through is when you get out of your head and get into nature, this, I'm just hearing now, this energy of moving in nature is the reality check, because it gets you out of the reality that your head, your ego, your past perceptions are projecting onto your physical reality, and it connects you to the actual true reality of where you live, which is your physical world, which is nature, which is how we're nurtured by this planet. So know that this reality check coming through for you is maybe just shaking up limiting beliefs for you, knocking down old foundations that were kind of wobbly and built poorly, so that now it's time to rebuild or build upon something that will actually support you. That is the reality check coming through. And then the last full moon in Capricorn card that we have here is that an end of a tough cycle is approaching. So this, again, these two together, reality check, the end of the tough cycle is approaching. So this makes me feel like, have you been prolonging a negative cycle in your life because your mind says it's not over yet? Have you been stagnating your own energy because you feel like you're not ready yet, you're not good enough yet? Have your limiting beliefs, your subconscious programs, the devil in your head or on your shoulder been prolonging the end of a tough cycle for you? When you realize that your perception is what flavors all of this energy, then you realize, oh, reality check is that the tough cycle is coming to a close with this Capricorn full moon in a really big, powerful, and profound way. And then when you realize that, that's when you start to achieve things that you've never been able to achieve before, because you're not just stuck in the loop of this old cycle that's been hard for you. You're now free of it because you realize the only reason you were stuck in it is because you were in the reality of that loop. But now that loop has been shattered. It might have even been shattered recently because on July 7th, Uranus moved into Gemini, which is change and transformation in the way you think, in the way you communicate, in the way your reality, in the way your perception is reflected back into your reality. So that is the messages that came through the oracle cards for this Capricorn full moon. Know that there is a tough cycle ending right now, that you can let it end, and you don't need to listen to any negative little annoying voices in your head or in your external reality that are trying to draw it out even longer than it needs to be. You are the master of your own mind, and you are the one that can break those chains of old cycles with this Capricorn full moon, so you can achieve more than you ever thought you could achieve in your life before this point. That's how big this energy is. That's how clear it is. Reality check is you're coming back into your own power. You're being that billy goat, and you're getting across that bridge, and you're headbutting, like he's like bam headbutting that troll in your mind, that troll in your life, out of your way, out of your reality, so you can move onward and forward into your highest alignment of self and life. 22:44 on the timer just there. So now I'm going to go into my tarot cards to see what this lunation holds for us. And then at the very end, we will pull some, or I will share the angel number message from the numerology on the cards. Oh, hello. So we have, actually, I'm not going to pay attention to those. I'm choosing to rewrite the script. Choose to rewrite the script. That is another foundation you have the power over. So this Capricorn full moon, I'm going to use the indicators for my own personal spread, and we will just choose the first 7 cards on top from this beautiful tarot deck of the Muse, which was gifted to me by a Capricorn. So, Capricorn full moon, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Whew, okay, wow. So, a lot of energies, a lot of new things happening as well. Interesting. So we start here with the Page of Voices for what is coming to completion and what is being released. So again, the Page of Voices is someone who is inquisitive. So following your curiosity, think outside the box with this. Think outside the box with this Capricorn full moon. This isn't a time to stick to the way you've been thinking, the way you've been perceiving, the way you've been going about things mentally. This is a time to get curious, study more, follow your curiosity, think outside the box, think bigger than you have before. Again, kick that annoying troll out of your head and take back that path to freedom, to the greener grass. with the Page of Voices. And this might even be a new way of communicating, voice coming through for us with this Capricorn full moon. So there we go. We have the Page of Voices for what's being released and coming to completion with this Capricorn full moon. And then the phase we're in right now with this Capricorn full moon and tuning into our voice in a new way and our thoughts in a new perception is the Eight of Materials, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Traditionally, the Page of Voices is traditionally the Page of Swords. The Eight of Materials means that we have like all of the resources. This is like you have the brilliant idea, or you communicate the brilliant idea that you've been having that's outside of your realm of normal thought or processing or thinking, and then you put it into action. Eight of Materials is doing the study work, doing the honing the practice, being passionate, pouring yourself into what makes you spark, right? And knowing that you do have all of the resources available to do all the studying, the growing, the manifesting, the mastering of this new idea that has been waiting to come out with this Capricorn full moon. So know that you have the gift of study, of expansion, of growth, of awareness, of multiple resources coming through for you with this Capricorn full moon to help you in this phase that we're at right now. Eight of Materials. Then what we have is what is coming to light, what is aware and present within the Capricorn full moon, and that is the Five of Emotions. So again, Capricorn being connected to the Devil card in tarot, it can be a little bit more of a heavier time emotionally for some of us, because our limiting beliefs are what we feel chained to, what we feel trapped by. Addictions and dependencies are also connected into the Devil card, can make us feel small and can really pull up old pains, old emotions, old grief that, again, is waiting to be seen and received and come back into wholeness with you. So if what's coming up for you right now with the Capricorn full moon is old emotional cycles, old ways of thinking, old ways of being, old ways of feeling, do not belittle yourself with this energy. Know that it's coming up now. 5 is the energy of change. So it's coming up now because it wants that old cycle to end, right? A tough cycle is coming to a close with this Capricorn full moon and the 5 of Emotions. So know that if these emotions, these feelings, these old perceptions are coming up and they're making you feel wistful or longing for the past, we also have Mercury retrograde starting on the 17th of July. So we might be feeling into those energies a little bit as well, that it's time for you to face them, right? Face the troll, face them, and know that they're not meant to be a hindrance to you, but they're meant to be seen, received, embraced, and then released, so that you can go through into the greener grass on the other side. I really hope you have watched from the beginning, because all these trolls and goats and grass analogies might be so confusing if you haven't. But I'm just going to trust what messages come through. So what's coming to light for some of us is some heavier emotions that are coming forward to be processed, and know that you have the power to do it. Remember, the Devil card is self-entrapment, not entrapment from the exterior. And that cycle is coming to a close. I feel like I have cat hair in my nose. What's coming to... so that's what is present already. What is still to be seen within this Capricorn energy full moon is the Two of Materials. And the Two of Materials is the Two of Pentacles. And it's coming through as joyously balancing your resources. So again, Eight of Materials, this is the phase we're in, and this is what's what's still in the shadows, what's not yet aware to us, is that we can have fun balancing these energies, that we can dance with the balancing act of our resources, our time, our energy, our mental space, our mental capacity, with our self-care. We can balance it all. We just have to know that we can, and when you know that you can, it changes everything, and it also helps you achieve what you need to balance and move forward in your experience with this full moon in Capricorn on July 10th and 11th, and onward the next 2 weeks, and onward and onward and onward. So know that even though you might be feeling heavy emotions coming up, you also have this ability to dance and hold these energies, these resources, these ideas with ease and grace and laughter with the with the 2 of materials. Then what we have after that is what will help or hinder you upon this Capricorn full moon, and that is help or hinder you on a physical sense with this Capricorn full moon. And everything truly is a help, even when it feels like a hinder. Like the 5 of emotions might feel like it hinders, but really, if you face it and heal through it, it's helping you. So that's just something that wanted to come through now. But the Page of Inspiration is what will physically help you through this energy. And we already have the Page of Voices, so 2 pages coming through for us. Pages are new beginnings on the way through. Whenever there's a page on the table, I'm always like, it's being manifested. It's on the way through. Pages are messages of new beginnings on the way through. So take that as confirmation right now that with this coming to completion and being released, and this is what will help you physically, tapping into your divine inspiration, your passion, your joy, your bliss, what sets you on fire, what sparks the ideas for you, then that will help you. Especially if you get out into nature at the same time. I have so many brilliant insights and downloads when I'm walking in nature these days. So if you feel like you're stuck here, potentially getting outside into some nature will help these energies flow. And it's interesting because in the write-up for the Page of Inspiration, it says that this is a rain cloud of ideas. So I'm hearing it's all dependent on your perception, right? So a rain cloud usually is something we're like, oh, it's raining. But rain is also cleansing and purifying, and rain is what also helps things grow. So this Page of Inspiration is coming through to let you know that things have the opportunity to grow soon for you in your physical reality, and tapping into how you can help that growth physically right now will be very, very beneficial for you in this Capricorn full moon. Then we have what will emotionally help you for this Capricorn full moon. And I would say this is an extremely helpful card emotionally for us with the Capricorn full moon, especially if what we're dealing with right now is a little bit of grief or harder emotions to process. I'm hearing swallow. You don't want to swallow down your emotions because it can block all sorts of physical and emotional things, energetic things for you. But when we're faced with this energy, we always want to just swallow it down, right? We never want to show how vulnerable or how frail we might be feeling. But know that it's meant to be felt and released. She has the tear coming through on her cheek, so she's feeling the pain and releasing it. So maybe some of us need to cry during this Capricorn full moon to help ourselves release what's we're experiencing in our physical lives right now. But what will help us immensely with this energy is the 10 of emotions. And the 10 of emotions is all the goodness, all the bliss, everything you want emotionally. It is the love, the joy, the bliss, the laughter, the harmony, the unconditional love, the support, the understanding, on an emotional level. I always say the 10 of emotions, also the 10 of cups, is this energy of, imagine all the positive, most gushy, most amazing buzzwords you can think of for your relationships, for your emotions, the way you want to feel, the way you want to resonate on a heart-based level with life. That is the 10 of emotions. It is all of those. It is every single high frequency, high vibe, love, life, laugh, joy, peace, harmony, gratitude, abundance, prosperity, like all of it in one card. That's the 10 of emotions. So tapping into gratitude. Tapping into gratitude through the energy of grief. Whoa, that was just like, that like went plunk into my spirit right now. Like, be grateful for your grief. Be grateful that you can feel the heavier emotions, because if you can feel them, then you can transmute them, right? Whoo! If you can feel them, you can transmute them. If you're aware of them, you can shift them, right? So be grateful. Show appreciation for your body, for your home, for the fact that you can go outside and hug a tree and touch grass, that you have the power to shift your perception. Be grateful that you know that the hard cycle is coming to a close. Be grateful that you know that I'm going to go back to the billy goats. That oldest billy goat knew he could take on that troll and bop him off that cliff, off that bridge. So he did, because he knew he could. So be grateful that you know that you can transmute the grief. Be grateful that you can feel it happening. Because when you know you can, that is your personal foundation that I spoke of earlier. The knowing that is so inladen in your spirit, your body, mind, heart, and soul, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You know, so it must be so, is what I just heard. You know, so it must be so. Whew, that's a message for some of us. And when you know that even though you might be here, but you're going here, you'll get there. Because you know. So be grateful, tap into joy, even if it's just a trickle. Even if it doesn't feel like this beautiful dance of elation that the 10 of emotions shows, be grateful for the small amounts that you might be working with, because that's how they also grow as well. Be grateful for the rain, because it lets the grass grow, it lets the trees be green. And be grateful for the sun, because it shines the warmth that also helps the growth. So just be grateful, be appreciative, be grateful for yourself. This is a little bit of a more personal practice, but it's coming through, and I'm going to share it and be a little bit more vulnerable with you guys right here. So one thing I've been doing recently in my own personal life and practice, usually when it comes to blessing my food, is I will put my hands over it and it'll just be like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. And then I'll put my hands on my heart, because I'm the one who made the food, and say thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So have you thanked yourself recently? Have you blessed yourself with gratitude recently? Because just as much as you might feel those surrounding you and supporting you and your exterior reality deserves the praise and the gratitude, you also deserve the praise and the gratitude. For it wouldn't be happening without you, right? You wouldn't be sitting here watching this video without you. So be grateful for you. Be grateful for you and allow yourself to shift out of the emotional lack and into, I am so grateful to be in this body, to be in this life, to be in this mind, to be in this heart, to be in this soul. Because that's how everything opens up for you, I'm hearing. That's how your emotions open through this Capricorn full moon. And last, but certainly not least, we also have 2 10s now, I just realized, in this, because we have the 3 10s, technically. So many new beginnings coming through while this, okay, I don't even know if I can hold all these cards all at once. So we had this one, right, from the oracle portion. The end of a tough cycle is coming, right? The end of a tough cycle approaches. And then we have 10, 10, and 10. And 10 is the numerology of an ending and beginning wrapped into one cycle, wrapped into one experience, potentially for some of us. So, as this old cycle that was tough and hard and emotionally draining comes to its final close, almost immediately after, we have all this new energy coming through for us. And the very last card is how we can truly, truly, truly help ourselves through this energy, through the emotions, through the mindset shifts, through the new ideas that are coming through the old cycles that are ending, through grounding into earth with our bodies, and that is the Chariot. That is allowing yourself to move forward with strength, victory, and achievement. Knowing that when you move forward with willpower and intention and direction, that you will achieve. When you move forward with that immense perception, you will achieve your goals. I always like to say with the Chariot card that the Chariot, whoop, hello Chariot card, it's fluttering out of my hands. The Chariot card is a message of you are moving towards victory and success and achievement. Quickly, rapidly, by balancing energies, by harnessing the opposing forces that are around you, you are moving through to victory, success, and achievement. It is within the message of the card, victory, success, and achievement. She is doing so through her solar plexus, which is your willpower, your clarity, your inspiration, your inspired action, your assertiveness, but not through physical force and control, but through heart coherence and mind coherence, through intention and willpower, right? That is how we can truly help ourselves with this Capricorn full moon, is to know that we have the power to take on the trolls within our mind. We have the power to carry on and carry through all of the aspects of our life that we're facing right now. Know that we are achieving. We have pages on this reading too. We are achieving and we will achieve. It's coming through for us. The end of the tough cycle is near. Reality check, the end of the tough cycle is near. And you are about to achieve in ways that you've never achieved before when you allow yourself to move forward with that energy. That is the reading with the cards. I'm going to do some quick math to see what, what angel number message is coming through for us. So we have 10, we have 10, 20, 30, 5, 42. I believe that is it. So I'm going to go into 42 here to see what that message is for us. Angels are lovingly guiding you to express your emotions. Align yourself with truth and integrity. Angel 42, right up there. Angels are lovingly guiding you to express your emotions. Align yourself with truth and integrity. This is how you move forward with truth and integrity, right? Reality check. It's time to express your emotions so you can move forward with truth and integrity. And maybe some of those emotions that we need to express are the sadness and the grief that we've been holding within, but maybe some of those emotions we need to express are sharing more heartfelt, more loving, more open messages with people. I'm hearing you will know what needs to be expressed and how it needs to be expressed and when it will be expressed. And that knowing, again, you know you will, so you will. That knowing doesn't come from up here, it comes from here. So trust and know the angels are aligning things for you, and know that they are supporting you in your highest expression during this Capricorn full moon on July 10th and 11th, and the following 2 weeks leading up to the Leo new moon on the 24th. This has been your channeled message. It's a bit of a longer one, so I thank you if you have watched the entirety of this channeled message, and I will see you in my next reading. Namaste.